Hi, Flosstube. I'm Rolanda.
And I'm Kylie.
And this is
Rose Crafty Corner.
Kiss me, I'm Irish. I got my little Irish headband on.
And I got lucky.
Yeah, she got a lucky one on. With her glasses.
It is almost St. Patrick's Day, which is why we're being
having a little bit of fun.
Having some fun playing around.
We've got our board decorated with our 4-leaf lucky clovers and some little bits and pieces and our pots of gold.
And our crazy headbands and photo props.
So having a bit of fun.
Yeah. We are primarily a cross-stitch channel, by the way. Although occasionally we do have some other crafts and definitely other silliness. As you can see. So welcome back to all of our existing viewers and subscribers. Thank you for joining us again. And we've had a jump in our numbers, which we really, really appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. We are getting close to 500 subscribers. We're at 486 at last check.
At time of filming.
So we are getting close. And we did say in our last video that when we get to 500 subscribers, we will run a little competition. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so to help us get those numbers up, and we will offer up a prize.
Because that more than likely will be next time we film.
It could well be in our next video. So, that would be great if we could get there. And, so if you are new here, we hope you enjoy this crazy ride that we're on. We're not always this crazy, but
I think it's like a sliding scale. You know, like some days we're more crazy than others.
Definitely.
But you know, there's always
Depends what's happening and whether we're tired.
Yeah,
a bit more crazy when we're tired. Like,
the brain's running on battery power.
Yes, things have been a bit crazy around here. We are
We
are in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, if you aren't aware of that. And if you haven't seen the news, there was a Cyclone Alfred, that was coming across our area. Thankfully, we were both okay. We didn't suffer any flooding or damage to our houses. The worst that happened for us was some power outages.
Yeah.
So we were quite lucky, but a lot of people have been hit a lot harder. I know people who've been without power for many days, and people who've had flooding and all the rest of things. And so our thoughts do go out to all of the people who have suffered throughout Cyclone Alfred.
Yeah, I had a little bit of stress with our new place that could have potentially flooded, but it didn't. So I'm very, very, very thankful.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful because I know there are a lot of people out there that are a lot worse off. Like some people have lost everything. So
we feel for you. We really do.
You know, anything that I can do to help my friends out, I will do. You know, I know someone in particular who's a family of 6 and they haven't had power for a week.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, you know, you don't know, you prepare, like we all got the warnings to prepare.
We did.
But Mother Nature is unpredictable and, you know, you can only prepare so much. So
yeah, that's right. So
yeah. If you hear any stories, you know, just keep in the back of your mind that, you know, these people have been through a lot. So understanding is the most important thing, you know.
Yes, absolutely. So that's probably why we've been a little bit crazy this morning too, because we've been housebound throughout all of this. So we haven't been able to, you know, get our...
Let's let loose, huh?
Yeah. So I've been housebound with my family and, you know, kids kept wanting to go outside. It's like, you can't go outside. While the power was out, they were like, can we watch TV? It's like, no, you can't because we have no power.
Yeah. It's hard.
You know, especially the youngest one just didn't understand.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thankfully we did.
Yes, thankfully we came unscathed.
Yes. So anyway.
And I noticed in the last day and today, everyone's out mowing their lawns again now.
And
because in Queensland here, once it rains, you get that tiny bit of sunshine and the grass just grows a metre high.
It's
like
crazy.
it's crazy, yeah.
And the roads have been busy because people are finally allowed out of the house, so they're going. And
there's still been some issues with shops,
the
not stocking.
Supermarkets have not got a lot of things, particularly all the fresh things, the produce and the breads and things.
Yeah.
They're still, haven't been able to get restocked with all of that. So hopefully things will return back to normal fairly quickly.
If you've been affected, let us know in the comments. I mean, our love goes out to you, and we hope that you get back on track soon.
Yeah. Okay, so we will actually get into what you're here for.
Yeah.
Now, we had a question a couple of videos ago. We forgot to address it last time.
Did, yes.
And it was, how did we come up with the channel name?
Yeah, Rose Crafty Corner.
So, Ro's more crafty than I am.
Ro.
So, she's Ro. She's the crafty one.
Yeah.
I'm learning. She's teaching me some things. So, and I'm picking up things from, watching other Flosstubes and all sorts of things. And Ro already had a Facebook page where she was putting up her crafty things.
Yeah.
And we thought it would just be easier to use the same name. And
combine it all into one.
So that there was no confusion between
the Facebook
page,
channel
and the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The channel and the Facebook page.
That's what I'm trying to say. And then we also created an Instagram page.
We did.
With the same name as well.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much why you came up with Ro's Crafty Corner, because you are Ro and you are crafty.
Yeah, and I mean, I used to, back in the very beginning, I used to just have a corner of a room, and it was all my crafty stuff in a corner.
Yeah.
And
I think we all started like that.
Yeah.
And then it expands and it's like, I need a whole room. Now I need a whole house.
So I used to say to my husband, that's Ro's Crafty Corner, okay? Like, don't touch kind of thing, like stay away if you value your life.
Yeah. So it's just kind of grown from that.
So yeah, Ro's Crafty Corner turned into a craft room. And then it turned into this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So thank you for that viewer question. That was great that we have some comments, and we love to be able to answer any questions that you have if we can. So please leave a comment and ask us anything like that you'd like to know.
Yeah, definitely. And that was a lot easier for us to explain in video rather than typing a comment.
It would have been a very long comment. Yeah. So I did reply and say that we would address it, and I'm so sorry we forgot about it last time.
Yeah.
But we've done it now, so hopefully you're watching and you'll see all that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is our first video for a new month. So
we're already
halfway through it already. It's just the way it works out when we film every second week. So,
that's right.
So we will go through our February totals.
Yeah.
If you've been watching us before, you know that that's what we usually do in our first video of the month. Go through our stitching totals for the previous month.
Yep.
Because we filmed, it was like right at the end of February, but it wasn't quite.
Yeah, it was like a day or two, wasn't it? Yeah.
So obviously we couldn't give totals because we still had 2 days to go.
We're not mind readers.
No, we don't know what we're going to get done. So
yeah,
from one day to the next. So my totals for February was 8,154 stitches.
Well done.
Which I believe was better than my January total. So January was a bit low and slow for me with the school holidays and everything and having COVID and all the rest of it. So,
and mine was 15,011.
She didn't quite double me.
Yeah.
It was close.
So when I saw the 11 on the end, I was like, oh.
Just got over that 15,000.
See, I don't stop stitching or keep stitching to get to a certain number, like to get to a whole number or something.
We literally added up like in the next month for the previous month. So we can't change it by that point.
Yeah. So it's always interesting to see the random numbers that come out. And, I mean, if we ever get a whole number, it'd be like,
yeah, that would be just a complete coincidence. Because I mean, I think I've had like something in 99, and I'm like,
yes, I've had that too.
So
or 01,
So just over or just under. So I'm going to have to hand over to Ro now because I have had new starts, but they're also finishes.
Yes.
So I will show them later when we get to finishes.
Yep.
And I also don't have any whips that are not finishes. So it's all about Ro for the moment. So I'm just going to sit back and relax now.
Yeah, you just take a chill pill.
Okay.
I didn't use start, but it's also a finish. So like Kylie, that'll be shown later.
Yeah.
So we'll get straight into whips. So my first one is, by Country Threads, and it's called Colourful Lorikeets. Yeah, so I started in the middle on this one. So this last fortnight, I've been working on the blue. So as you can see, you probably can't tell what that is, but it's the
It blobs.
Very middle here, where the blue and the dark green sort of come together. Now I'll just go in a little bit so you can see a bit better. Yeah, you want to...
How's that?
Beautiful. All right. Now, I worked on this one for 2 days with 179 stitches done. As I said, I worked on the blue. I started working on this the afternoon of our filming because I was like, what am I going to do? I just need something easy. And I'm like, okay, a new colour. I don't have to count it. I can count that tomorrow because I'm working by the paper pattern with this one. And
this was this a whip go crawl for you?
No.
Not this one?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just because you wanted to?
Yeah, it was just, easy to pick up, easy to start. Didn't have to count it then. I knew by doing the blue, it was a totally different colour to what was already on there. So I didn't even have the energy to count that night. Yeah. So I was like, I can count that tomorrow because all I have to do is count the blue. So only 2 days on that one, 179 stitches.
Okay.
And then we have Joyful World Sap by the Snowflower Diaries. And this one is, they have a website and a Facebook page, so you can get the patterns either from the website or the Facebook page. I spent 3 days on this one and I did 980 stitches. This is March, obviously, so I've started on March. Maybe next time I'll take it out and I'll
show the whole thing.
Show the whole thing, yeah, because it'll probably be the whole top row done then.
Yeah, and you'd have to move the Q-snap anyway. So.
Yeah.
But yes, so we'll show February and we'll show what March is supposed to look like when it's finished.
Yeah. So I was liking this one. And as I said, I changed the colours with these ones because the colours that they were called for were all overdyed colours, and they did have DMC alternatives, but for my liking, they were a bit primitive looking.
Yeah, and you like yours a bit brighter.
Yeah, I like it a bit brighter.
Yeah.
So, quite happy with that one. I need to keep going with it to keep up with March because, before we know it, March will be over and we'll be into April.
Well, it'll be almost over by the time we film again. So, got to get some progress done on that.
Yes, definitely. Okay. Now, the next one I worked on was Drinks on the Beach by Lars Stewart. This is my Haid Sal for 2025, and I'm loving this one, and I got heaps and heaps and heaps done on it.
Like we said, we were housebound for almost a week, basically. We were told to stay indoors. So we both got a bit of stitching done in that time.
Yeah. I spent 5 straight days on it.
You must have been loving it.
Yeah. It helped that the Focus event and Beat the Modmin were on for Whip Warriors groups as well.
Yeah.
So that really helped. So I got pretty much all the sky from the umbrella upwards, and then I got the sky in here and bits and pieces around here. I finished off this straw because I had a lot of confetti stitches around the outside.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. And I've realised this is actually Long Island iced tea. Remember how I was calling it an iced tea jug? Because they're all cocktails, Long Island iced tea is the cocktail.
That makes sense.
So, got a lot more done in that one. So, 6,374 tent stitches. I'm now at 83.8% of the first release, and I've only got 4,008 stitches to go until the whole first release is done. Yeah, and then the next one is released on the 1st of April.
All right, so you got to get cracking.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean I have put a lot of love into this, and I did want to, get it moved further along. I have decided, though, I'll show you like very in at the bottom there. I have decided not to do like the full bottom row because I don't want the line that can sometimes happen with tension to come in. So I'm sort of staggering it, leaving a little bit. So I won't get it fully 100% completed before the next release comes out, because I want to be able to take the colours down. And all the park threads that are here are because they'll be further carried down.
Yeah.
So they're either in the bottom row or the second bottom row.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a method to my madness.
She's definitely mad.
Crazy
mad here.
Crazy mad. Yeah, we're all mad here, right? All right, my last whip is 324.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one by Works by ABC. This one I feel like I've let myself down.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're behind.
I'm behind. But super busy, lots of things happening.
Working on Hades.
Doing multiple tip runs and cleaning up and preparing for Alfred to come and just everything. So I'm just super, super busy. So I spent 2 days on it. So better than nothing. So here we go. Now, this one, I only got 175 stitches in.
That's okay, because they're only small motifs.
Yep. So we're now at 18.92%. And I did 7 squares. So
the little ones?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. The little ones. Yeah.
So if you couldn't tell the difference between the before and the current picture, that's why.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will try to get caught up with this one for next time.
Okay.
So it just means for next filming, I will have the 2 weeks plus whatever was left over from this fortnight to do.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm working on that one on Markup, which is a digital program. And because each colour or each motif is a different colour.
DMC colours, yes.
Yeah, DMC colours, yeah. I'm pulling from other projects.
Yeah.
Because you only need one, maybe 2 strands. Like it's not worth undoing another skein.
No,
you know,
just for a little bit.
Yeah. So what I did was I went over to the key and I started writing down myself a little graph, like how the key goes, and then I can mark them off as I do them, so I don't have to keep going back. Where am I? What am I up to? Because I'm doing it on the diagonal as well. Yeah. I have to count in and then count down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because if you haven't seen this chart, it's all charted as the one symbol, isn't it?
Yes.
And then they give you a little diagram of which colour goes where.
Yes. Yeah. So I've just been writing that down, the numbers in the sections. Like it's like a massive big graph, and it's got a number in the box. Yeah. Corresponding to each one of those. So I've been writing that down, and I've been working it off, and I'm like keeping up. It's making more sense for my brain to mark it off like that. Okay, the next colour is this. The next colour is that. And the last one that's just down here, the last little square that's under there, I realised I actually don't have that colour.
We have to go shopping.
3834. I don't have that colour.
I probably do.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, can I pinch one strand off you? Because
I don't know. I might need it.
It takes like half a strand.
Yeah, we'll have a look later.
So
I've probably got it.
Yeah, that's all my whips.
All your whips.
I've been busy, here, there, and everywhere.
Yep. All right, so we'll move into finishes.
Yeah.
Hey, now I've got something to show.
Pass it over to you.
Because I have finishes. So my first finish is Rose Heart. I don't know if that's the actual name or whether I made that up. Because this one is finished. This is the one that was in CrossStitcher magazine in February 2025. It was designed by Julian Odessa, which I think it's Stitching with Julian or something. They always have a section, but so there's not usually titles.
It's usually the front of the magazine.
Somewhere up the front, yeah. So I just used my unknown threads on that and just sort of did similar kind of colours. And it only took me 3 days to do it.
It's a great way to use your unknown threads.
It is, because it is only small. There's only 619 stitches in it. So I just used small amounts of whatever I had that worked in with the colours, and I just put it on the 18 count pink Ada that you can get from Lincraft. If you're in Australia, they sell it per metre from the bolt. So that was my first finish. That was one I had as a whip last time.
Yay.
So I'll just hold that on. I'll put up my before picture.
Yep.
So you can see I had, I think, 2 of the bigger flowers done or almost done and one outlined, because I did the black outline of them first. And there was a little bit of backstitch in that one, but not too much. So that's ready to be fully finished whenever I get around to doing that.
Add it to the list.
It's going in the pile. I'll get there eventually.
Yep.
So that was that one. And then the next ones are saps. So I don't have a before picture.
I have a finish.
You want to show your finish before we get
finish?
Okay,
when we can do saps. Alrighty, so I have a finish of my travel project.
Yay!
So it's gum blossoms.
If you put it to the side, we'll show the before.
Yep. So
I noticed something you haven't
actually
done.
You know what?
It goes the other way.
It goes that way. Oh yeah, I've just noticed I put my initials on it.
You haven't initialed it.
Oh dear.
I
get so
not quite finished then.
I get so excited when I've finished the stitch. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's finished.
I know, I keep doing that. I take it out of the frame or the hoop and then go, oh, I haven't initialed it.
That's all right. I've got plenty of thread. I can just put it in underneath here or somewhere.
Yeah. So yay, that one's finished.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
So
Pick another traveller.
Yes. So I've got another travel project. Well, I've got a couple of projects in that same project bag, so I can just pick from that when I go. Yep.
All right. So my first SAF, so start and finish, is a SAF, and it is Lucky Day, and this is a Kate Stitcher or Cute Embroidery by Kate pattern. It was a free one on her Facebook page. If you have a look on there, it's in the files. And I've done it on an 11 count Ada that I dyed pearl grey. But I think the jar still had a hint of blue in it because it's kind of gone a bluey grey. And this one only took me 3 days to do as well. They're very quick stitches. There's 733 stitches in it. And no back stitch unless you put your initials in it, which I did. But that was my choice. So yeah, it only took me 3 days to get that one done too. Like I said, with being indoors with the cyclone coming, we got a bit of stitching done, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a good chance to get some stitching done.
It was, and the kids just had TV when we had power. So I also have another SAF. Now, these are all the ones that I said I was going to do in March for St. Patrick's Day. So this one is March 17th, and it is a free pattern from Stitch Wit. It's on their website. You can go, they've got a bunch of free patterns on there, quite a lot actually. I may or may not have gotten another one when I was there. I'll show that later. So this one I just stitched on a 14 count white Ada. So I actually, with the cyclone coming, I had the month and the date done, and then I outlined the shamrock so that I could just do fill-in if I did lose power. So I did manage to do that, and because it was on 14 count, as long as I was in daylight, it was fine. Yeah. I was able to do it. It was better with light, obviously, but yeah, and so for that one, because of the size of it, I think it used more than one skein for the shamrock. I did use the called for DMC colours for that one. And that one took me more than 3 days. 6, 7, 8 days. And it's got 3,145 stitches in it. So when I saw it on their website, I thought, oh, it's just a little one. I'll make a little cushion. It was bigger than I thought.
That's what she said about the other stitch one, Wit one too.
Yeah, the list we forget, which will be coming up too. So that is my second SAF.
No, isn't that your third? Oh no, that's the second SAF. Yep.
Third finish, second SAF.
Yep.
All right, and the other one
I'm losing count here.
Yep. We've been busy, I tell you.
We have.
My other SAF, I also did the outline just in case I needed it for Alfred stitching, was Lucky Shamrock, and this is a Charles Craft pattern. This was in with the package that Rose from Untwist Your Stitches sent us. Rose, look, I did the pattern that was on it.
Yeah.
So again, this is on a 14 count white Ada, and I used an unknown, I don't know what brand it is, variegated green floss that I had in my stash. And so it's kind of made interesting patterns in there.
Yeah, little love hearts.
Yeah, it kind of is like love hearts. I thought it was quite cute. So that one I am going to turn into a scissor fob. So I'm hoping I'll be able to at least get that one done, fully finished by our next video. So I did have to do it twice. So there's 397 stitches in each one. And yeah, so that one will be easy to do in a scissor fob.
Very
is the
nice.
plan for that. So that is all my finishes and zaps and
all the things.
All the things.
Now you mentioned
That's
there
all the
that
projects I've worked on.
You mentioned that you did some outlining to fill in case we lost power.
Yes.
I used the drinks on the beach for that.
Yeah.
So all that blue in the sky that I had to fill in that was previously all spotty.
Oh yeah.
I just filled all that in.
Yeah.
Like for myself, we lost power 3 times in one night.
Yeah.
And it wasn't long. Yeah, but the more it happened, the longer the time was in between.
So we just lost ours and we lost it for half a day. Yeah. And then it came back and it's been fine since.
Yeah.
So.
And like after our third one, I'm like, all right, that's enough now. Someone must have heard me.
I was the same.
Our power stayed on then.
But it was getting close to lunchtime on the Sunday and I had soup for lunch. I'm like, I'm going to have to heat it up on the stove. They reheat it because I'd already made it. We had a gas stove, so if with power out, we could use the gas stove. So that was how my husband made coffee. He heated up a pan of water on the stove and had instant coffee, and he said it was horrible because he's used to having his coffee machine.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and we were getting close to that point where I was like, I'm going to have to heat my soup on the stove, and I'm going to have to throw out all the food because it was getting, almost too long to keep it on. I'm like, I don't want to throw out all the food. I don't want to heat my soup up on the stove. And the power came back on.
That's well probably.
I'm like, yes! So the first thing we did was put the devices on charge just in case we lost it again. And then I put my soup in the microwave.
Yep. And then she messaged me, power's back.
And it stayed on since, so thankfully. Yeah.
Alrighty. So the stuff that I got done was due to I had to go and get my car serviced, so I had some time to wait. And I'd already finished Gum Blossoms, so I was like, what's quick and easy so I could just, so this is it. So my stuff is called March 9 Patch, and it's by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I used random threads for this one. The outer border of the darker green, you probably wouldn't notice unless I pointed it out, but I'm going to point it out because I used a really unknown, weird kind of thread for it, and it became thick. And then, of course, I ran out by the time I did the outer border. So on the inner border there with the darker green, I just picked another unknown random thread that was the same sort of colour. So, yeah, they're all supposed to be the same, but mine's not. Mine's unique. Yep. 2 days I spent on this, so 644 stitches. Yeah. So I started it while I was waiting for the car. The car was a lot less timed than what I thought it was going to be, which was fantastic. And then I finished it off at home and continued on it the next day. So that's my little one. Done. And I'll turn that one into a little pillow or a little cushion or something.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to have it on the board. My one that I did last year is up there.
Yeah, with our green shot glasses.
And we've got our green beads on. And
yes. I hope they're not knocking the microphone.
I just did.
I'm having to be very careful today.
Yeah. So we've got our Irish on.
We've got our Irish on.
We've got our Irish on, right?
All right. I think that's it for projects.
Yes, I think it is. So that wasn't a lot.
Yeah. That was quick.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right. So plans.
Yes.
So now that I've done all my March projects, I am now going to move on to my Whip Go.
You're free.
Well, not really, because I've got to do my Whip Go projects. So the first one I will do is Hello Autumn from Kate Stitcher. Because that will be fairly quick as well.
Yeah.
Because I did, one of the ones I picked out was a Kate Stitcher seasonal one because I've got the season ones there and I've only done one, done winter. So I've got everything ready. While we had power off, I was also kitting up projects. So I kitted up the Hello Autumn one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's ready to go. And the other one was a Bluey project.
Mm-hmm. The grannies.
And it is the grannies. So I kitted that one up as well. And for that one, I'm using Called for DMC.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I still haven't touched my Whip Go yet, obviously. Mine was Autumn Is by Doreen Jones.
That was my ended up with a seasonal one.
Seasonal one,
funny.
Yep. And also Spinning the Wheel for a mystery project. So I haven't spun the wheel yet because I knew for the first part I wanted to kind of get a good chunk done on my focus ones. And then catching up with the 324.
Yep. I also need to catch up on my stitching chart. You might have noticed that was missing.
Yes, me too. Stitching chart was pushed to the side.
Due to the cyclone and the week before I had a sick child, so I didn't get to go to craft on my usual Mondays, and that's when I've been doing my stitching chart. So my focus was in getting these March ones finished.
Yeah.
Done and finished. So they're done now. So yes, I will move into Whip Go and my stitching chart and try and update that for next time.
Now, we also have, with Whip Warriors, we have the word game, which is currently on while we're filming. It's a Boggle game this month. And then next week we have the Strident sale.
Yes.
So...
Well, the stitching chart would fit in that.
Yes, it would.
For me, so.
For me 324 would fit. The Joyful World sale would definitely fit. So I've got a couple of options that I can put into that and get some concentration on. So I think I might leave that. I'll work it out, but I think I might leave something for the Strident sale to be able to really knuckle down.
Yeah, look, I'll probably work on my stitching chart on Monday at craft, but I won't get it anywhere near caught up in the couple of hours that runs for. So I will probably then focus on that.
Because I'm thinking I could put Autumn Ears and the mystery wheel spin
before that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'll do my Whip Go ones before that too.
Yeah, and then next week and the week after, I have a hospital pre-admission and also a hospital operation to go to. So depending on how the operation goes and my recovery will depend on how much stitching I get done.
And it may also affect when we film again. Normally we would film in 2 weeks. But if the recovery is a bit slow and she's not comfortable to sit here and chat and because I
need to drive as well, so I need to be able to feel comfortable driving again.
Worst case scenario, I'll pick you up.
Yeah.
It adds to our time a little bit, but it can be done.
Yeah.
We've done it before.
Yeah, exactly.
If we have to, we have to. So it will depend how things go.
If all goes well, you will see us like clockwork in 2 weeks. And if recovery is a little bit delayed, well, then Flosstube will be a little bit delayed.
We'll see how we go with it, but we will put up a notification if there is going to be a delay.
Yeah. Thank you for the well wishes that I've received so far. I do really appreciate them. I've had a couple of people come to me privately and really wish me well for it. Thank you. I'm putting it all in the hands of the surgeons, so I just have to lay there and do nothing.
Nice sleepy afternoon.
Well, I'm going to be knocked out, so I'm you
won't know what's going on. Just have a big nap and then wake up and go, oh, that's so good.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking forward to having it done because it has needed to be done for quite a while. However, I do have some sort of negative feelings towards it too, so I won't get into that now. But thank you for all your well wishes, and hopefully I'll see you again next
in 2 weeks. But we're not signing off just yet.
No.
We have got some haul.
We do. We've got Flosstubes
to mention. And I'm just going to jump in here with my other note. Oh, I had a new PB for the year.
Oh, yeah, you did too.
Personal best. And it was one of the days that we were hibernating.
And it's not even winter.
It's still quite warm here. So my new personal best for a single day this year, I got 707 stitches.
Well done.
So that's going to be a new colour on my stitching chart when I catch it up. So that's exciting.
Yeah, totally exciting.
And I think it was on when it was filling in the shamrock, I think. So Yeah, because it was one colour, I just kept going and filling in. It was quick and easy. So, yeah, I racked up 700 stitches.
Speaking of new colours on the stitching chart,
yeah,
I've realised with mine stitching chart, anything over 1,700 is black for me, okay?
Yeah.
So I've now realised for January, February and March so far, I have 1 day of black for each month.
It would take me a week to get that, honestly. I don't know how you do it in 1 day.
I was like, wow. I certainly wasn't trying.
No.
You know,
Was that on your Haid cell?
Yeah, on the drinks on the beach. Yeah. So I was like, and when at the end of the night, when I realised what the total was, because I just stitch,
yeah.
you know,
at
the end
we
of the
don't
night.
think about it as we go.
No, not at all. And then I realised at the end, oh, that's another black one. And then I looked at my stitching chart because I was like, hang on a second. And I'm like, oh my gosh, January, February and March.
Let's see if you can keep that going for a year. So you've already got it for March. So the rest of the month doesn't matter now.
Yeah, I can be relaxed now.
It's good because you got a lot of things on.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I just wanted to jump in with that. Any other plans?
Yes. Okay. Brace yourselves. This one's super exciting. Well, it is for me, and I hope it will be for other people as well. Okay. I am going to be doing a birthday sale again this year. Yeah. Third year.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Yes. And this year I'm changing it up a little bit. So the previous 2 years were favourite designers of mine. Mm-hmm. This year, actually, the favourite designer can come into it because she's a new favourite, can't she? But I want to label it as try something new. Mm-hmm. So what that means is in cross stitch, if you've never worked on linen, try something on linen. Mm-hmm. If you've never worked on a particular designer, you know, like
designer or a new specialty thread or a specialty stitch, things like that, or FFO a project if you've never FFO'd one, if you've never made a drum,
you know, make something that, you know, makes a 3D project, you know, like if you've never done a 3D project, make one of those. The range is so wide and varied that there can be so many different options, and that's why I think it's good to try something new because we expand our skills. Yeah, you might like it, and if you do, well then you know you do, and you might, you know,
it might be.
I might be enabling you
for a while. You might have been thinking, "Oh, I'll do that one day. I'll do that one day." Well, April is the day.
Yep. So it's going to be running all April. So April the 1st to April the 30th because April 30th is my birthday. Mm-hmm.
And so the whole month is about Roe.
Yes. I love April. And what I'm going to be doing is a Biscornu because I've never done one before, and I've been interested. No, you haven't. No. I've been interested in doing a Biscornu and expanding my techniques of my cross stitch and fully finishing and things like that. So I have this one as my first choice, which is Elephant Biscornu. Surprise, surprise.
If you're new to us, Ray loves elephants.
Yeah, they're my favourite animals. So this is by Tiny Modernist, and that's what it looks like. And then underneath it's just got the flowers. Now, I did find a really good tutorial on YouTube on the 123 Stitch channel, and she was teaching how to make a Biscornu.
Okay, cool.
So if you would choose to make a Biscornu as well, you can get the tips off the 123 Stitch channel and of how to put it together, but also in the finishing instructions on Tiny Modernist's page, her website, she does show you how to finish off the Biscornu. There's a video tutorial and finishing instructions. Now, the other two that I have by Tiny Modernist are a parrot and a toucan. And I went looking on her website, and she has so many great Biscornus. They're cute. They're seasonal. Yeah.
If you want to try one.
Yeah, there's a little elf for Christmas.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different ones. So if you want to try a Biscornu, come and join the party. If you don't want to do a Biscornu, you just want to do something new. If you've never worked on like hand-dyed fabric,
That's another one.
You could try that for something new.
Or even try hand dyeing your own fabric.
Yeah. So it's really wide and open. Come along and join us because I love it when people join in and let us know
what you're doing.
Yeah.
What's the new thing you're trying?
Yeah, so we will try and organise a hashtag or something to go with it. We're still working on the finer details, but I have to get it out there because we're almost halfway through March. So I need to give you time to sort of prepare and think about something because, you know, in 2 and a bit weeks it'll be here.
Yeah. Wow.
And yeah, so have fun with it, create something new that you haven't done before.
Yeah.
And have fun, you know, like let's see what we can create.
Absolutely.
Now there's one other project that I have for plans. I'm not sure whether I'll touch it in March or whether it'll be early April.
Yeah.
But it is called Happy Easter and it's by Shannon Christine. And look how adorable that little bunny is in the cup. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Very cute.
And with the little flowers and the Easter eggs around it. So, yeah, that will be an upcoming plan. I'm just not sure when.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you may see that next time. You may not.
We'll wait and see. We're on the edge of our seats.
But, yeah, definitely come along and join us on the Try Something New birthday sale.
Yep. Excellent. Well, now we'll move into haul.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of haul.
We've got a little bit.
Yeah, not too much.
So we have been to Kmart.
We have.
They had these on clearance.
Yep. Now I previously got some.
You got one, and then we cleaned them out.
Yeah,
they had them on clearance. We cleared them.
It was funny. She said, "Oh, they're on clearance. We're clearing them."
Yep, there was only a few left, so we just grabbed them all.
That was all that was left. Yeah.
And we both got some of these little blackboard.
Yep.
Sorry, crinkly. Just a little mini blackboard. It's got its own stand.
Yep.
They were quite a reasonable price at Kmart as well, so we got a couple of those each.
Yeah, just to try something new.
Try something new. So we thought we could do a finished piece on that and then put it on the stand.
Yeah.
And see how that goes. Yep.
I got an orange embroidery kit because it was only $4. I think they were on clearance as well, you know. So, yeah.
Sometimes you can get some good bargains.
That was the last one. And I thought for that price, getting the hoop, the thread, even if I don't use the embroidery fabric, because it's printed on the fabric.
Yeah, and you found you didn't love that with something else. So, but yeah, I mean, those hoops alone you can pay more than $4 for if you just want, you know, a cheap one to display your work.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you can see that we do that. Why
not? Then I got an Easter egg shape or an oval shape magnetic canvas board.
We're getting a few different shapes in our collections now.
So I was thinking maybe an Easter inspired finish. Yeah. Now I've got a few things here that are going to require some attention when I can do it.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely Easter egg hanging wood egg plaque.
Yeah. So it obviously needs, you know,
some
paint or something.
The bow is very shiny in the
middle. It is, isn't it?
In real life,
polished.
Yeah, in real life, it doesn't look any different to the back.
It doesn't. But in the light, probably because it sits out more.
Maybe
it's closer to the light. I don't know.
And then here's another wood egg plaque, which says "Happy Easter." So hopefully you can read that. Just got a whole bunch
that
of.
Will need a paint or something.
Yep. Some Easter eggs, and there's a little carrot. I just saw the little carrot. Oh, there's a carrot there too, and there.
You got bunny ears in here.
Bunny ears, yep.
It's very cute.
And then got some little ones. So these ones are little egg Easter tags. They're called.
So they've got the hole in them.
Little shapes, yeah.
So that you can use them as a tag, and actually hang them somewhere. So we may decorate them and put them up
next Easter.
For Easter next year. Because I can't see it getting done this year.
Oh, no. Yeah. Way too much stuff going on. And then last from Kmart was some little oval, again, Easter egg shaped, mini easel and canvas. Yeah. Kind of more oval.
So again, we've got some other shapes in these too. So We haven't done anything with them yet, but we plan to.
But see, the thing is, we see it and we think, well, we'll grab it now, because then once we've got it,
next time otherwise.
Yeah. But once we've got it, we've got the size,
yes,
you know. So then we can work out the pattern, whether it'll fit on there on, you know, like finishing on there or not.
Yeah, sometimes you need to do that.
Sometimes you've got to have the size to be able to work with the other things.
Yep. Work out what size, you know, count fabric you need to make it fit whatever your pattern is. So yeah. All right. Yesterday we went out to Lincraft.
We did.
Now all I got was these.
We were on a mission.
We're on a mission, and time limits and all the things. So these are wooden door hangers, and Maggie from Homemade on the Ridge has done some amazing finishes on something similar. So I got these. It's a pack of 2, so there's 2 in there, and so I'm gonna work out some things to do on that. And what Maggie did was she put magnets on it so that she can change it for different seasons or occasions, and I want to do something similar because I get so inspired by Maggie. She does amazing finishes. I couldn't even come near it, but I get ideas from her, and then I think do something similar. It
I think the more you play around and the more you practice with things, the better you get at things. Yeah, and like, you know, Maggie obviously has she's very talented. Yeah, she has lots of talents. Talented. But she has a very good, keen idea on eye for things as well. You know what I mean? Like
she comes up with these ideas.
When she did those Peanuts cards, you know, like I was like, I wouldn't have even thought of it to do that.
No,
you know?
I wouldn't have either. So she does amazing finishes. So if you haven't, we're not at Flosstubes yet, but Maggie does do amazing finishes. So if you're looking for ideas, definitely check her out.
We get distracted, you see.
Yeah. Tangents. Yeah. So I want to do some things on that, and then they'll probably get hung on the board.
Definitely. So. Alrighty. From Lincraft, I got this little cutie.
So cute.
Look. And the little bell around the neck. So gorgeous. On his little scooter.
Yep.
All right, and then I picked up some little chickens.
Dressed as bunnies, some of them.
Yeah.
One in a top hat up there.
Yeah, with the little glasses on.
Yeah.
They're so cute. And these ones holding little tulips.
Yeah. So Lincraft got like all their Easter stuff half price at the moment.
Yeah. And then I picked up these little eggy unicorn eggs. Yeah. Aren't they gorgeous?
Very cute.
The next thing I got was this book, Kawaii Craft Life. Now I've done a few kawaii crochet pieces as well. So I do like that style. Yeah. So there's felt craft, there's cross stitch craft, there's embroidery craft. There's a few different projects.
Oh, yeah, you can show that.
Yeah. So there's a few different projects in there, you know, like you can work on. Can you do it? Avo.
That one's a cross stitch one. That was what I was pointing out. If you saw me do that.
And so there's different ones in there: plushies, keychains, brooches,
all sorts of things,
charms, garlands, coasters. Yeah, so it was quite cheap too. So I was very much attracted to it because I like that style. You see,
so some of them are cute.
Yeah,
definitely.
That caught my eye, and I was like, okay, that's coming home with me.
Very good.
Alrighty. Okay.
We visited some chibi shops around the area too.
Yep. And I had already picked this up before we went to Lincraft. So I had got one of these door handles.
And I hadn't told her I was thinking about doing anything like that either, and she didn't tell me. So.
No, and I guess we've just seen it and sort of thought, oh yeah, we'll do that.
All Maggie's
fault. Yeah.
But we love you, Maggie. Really, we do. Keep the ideas coming.
So mine is a little bit shorter than what Kylie's is, but it's a little bit wider.
Longer and narrower.
Yeah.
And then just a different type of hanger at the top.
Yeah.
So
I there's only 2 in there, so I thought I'll get 2.
There's 2 in there as well.
I can always go back and get more if I want more.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I got some jute string. Jute string.
I picked up yet more of these magnetic canvas heart things from another shop. Again, another different size and shape. So with all the Valentine's things that I want to be doing and putting on the board and stuff.
Mm.
I got plenty of them, so whatever size.
There must be a trend or something with these at the moment because there's just so many different
Valentine's
shapes.
Day, so.
I mean, no, but I mean with the magnetic canvas boards, there must be a trend.
Shapes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all
people do all sorts of things. Like you could paint them, you could do whatever you want.
I got some decorative chain because I saw this hanging on a different one, and I thought, oh, that's cute. So it's actually connected to each other, the two rows. I can't really open it up.
Yeah.
But, it's connected to each other.
Yeah.
And then you just put it around the piece.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we both got a pack of these, didn't we? We got wooden
pegs. Yep, I left mine at home, sorry.
That's all right, because I can show mine.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different styles. So they've just got the plain wood. They've got a red and green, which is Christmassy, and then they got some pinks and purples.
Easter, maybe?
I think you could use them for anything, but
yeah.
Valentine's Day, so they were quite cute and they were cheap. We both got some of those.
Yeah.
And we both got some flowery thingies. Various, because these were being cleared out as well, so they were quite cheap. So we both got an assortment to use for finishing.
Yep. I got some Easter bows. So they've got the little white sticky part on the back. So what I'll do is I'll use them for finishing, but I'll stick the sticky part onto a frame or something. I won't put it exactly on the
not on the stitching.
Stitching.
Yeah, I got some silver tassels because they were going cheap as well.
I got some more carrots. Look at these teeny tiny little carrots. Aren't they just adorable? They're so cute.
We both got some of these little boards as well. So it's a linen blended canvas. So we thought we could stitch directly on it.
I'm going to try it out and see how it goes.
See
maybe
how
that could be your something new.
I've got my something new.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I don't need another one right now.
Oh, that's right. Yes. No. Yeah. Yep.
So we thought if we could stitch directly on that, and then it's already finished.
Yeah.
When we're done.
Yeah. So all you would need to do is just put some interfacing on the back.
Yeah, so you can't see through it.
Yeah.
But
and then it'd be done.
Yeah, we thought. Yeah. And then just hang it
similar
up
to a hoop finish, but it's not in a hoop.
We don't need to actually do anything. So I mean, it says 6x6, but you lose a lot of that much for the frame.
Yeah. So just be your border.
You would just put something small in there.
Yeah.
But we thought they were quite. I think you found them first.
Yes,
and
I did.
Said, "Oh, do you want some of these?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll give it a go." So I was like, one.
"What do you reckon?"
Maybe with a magnifier.
Yeah, because it is quite small.
Yeah, I haven't actually worked out what count or anything it would be equivalent to, but it's very, very tiny.
Yeah,
so it would definitely be a over 2 situation.
Yeah. I got some pom-poms for Easter. So some little ones and a little bit larger pom-poms. So, all I saw was bunny tails.
Yeah.
When I picked them up.
I got some fabric that they had on the board. So it's not great quality, but it will be enough for doing a backing on something.
Yeah.
So it's 45 by 50 centimetres.
Mm-hmm.
So I just grabbed what was left because, again, they were on clearance and it was cheap. And I'm like, for finishing the back of something, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be, for making a pillow or something, but just for, the back of a hoop or something, it would be all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, while we were at the cheapy shops, I found these bags and I found that they sold these bags. And I love these bags. They're great. I'm not exactly sure what they're made from, but this is the first one. I think it might be some sort of, what do you reckon, linen?
The back kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So the first one's dragonflies.
You could even stitch on the back of that if you wanted to, because it's got very much a linen-y look too.
Yeah. And then the second one is a kookaburra. So look at that.
Which is a native Australian bird, if you're not aware.
And the Waratah, Banksia, flowers down the bottom there. And then you've got the gum blossoms up on his head here. So it's a very Australian one.
Very Aussie one, that one.
Yeah. So I picked up those two and I was like, I love these bags because they have a nice wide strap that it just doesn't dig into your shoulder when you're filling them up, and they actually hold quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah, they're quite big, and they fold down as well, so you can fold it right down and shove it in your handbag. Yeah, and then you've always got a reusable bag with you. Yeah,
I'm just looking at the tag.
Does it tell you?
Polylinen. Polylinen, yeah. And they're it's by an actual artist, and they create the bags from the artist's sketches, paintings, drawings. Yeah, lack of a better word. Arty. And then when we found it, I pointed out that they had placemats and coasters and cups and
all matching.
Yeah, all the things. So I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I'll be happy with just the bags. Thanks.
Yeah, that'll do for now. Okay, I have been to the reject shop, and because they're cheap, I got myself some bunny ears for Easter. Yeah, they're only $1, so I'm like, well, that'll be my silly look for Easter. And you haven't seen these.
Yeah,
I was nearly going to.
I can see the back of it. And I'm like, what's this?
So this is diamond painting. They're stickers, but they're bunny gnomes.
Oh, how did you hide this from me?
Because I'm cheeky.
Okay, you got to get me one.
I'm lucky. Well,
we seen a heap of diamond painting stuff yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
We seen a tumbler, cups of drinks
stuff they got. So, I was going to get you one, but then I know you're not really doing diamond painting much these days. I mean, I haven't either, but because they're only small and they were, Easter and they were gnomes, they were cute. They had some other Easter one too, I think, and I was like, no, I want the gnome
Well, considering that they're so small and they're gnomes,
wouldn't take long to do.
I would probably end up doing it.
We're off to the reject shop later.
I think the larger diamond painting, I'm just kind of like, it's a lot of time because it takes away from all the other things.
All the other crafts, yeah.
Whereas if I've got 5-10 minutes, I can,
knock one of them out. Yeah, it wouldn't take long. Quick little easy thing. So that was from the reject shop.
And then we popped into Kaisercraft because it was in the same shopping centre, and then we're here, so we might as well have a look.
Yep.
And I found an advent envelope kit. So basically what's inside is 24 craft envelopes, 24 wooden clips, pre-printed Christmas stickers, 2 meters of red and white cotton rope, hemp rope and glue. And what you do is you make them, you put your own little treats or stickers or whatever you want to put in the advent.
Little gifts.
Yeah, little gifts in there, and then you give them as an advent for Christmas. And I said, there was only one left, and I said to Carly, there was a shame there wasn't two because we could have done it for each other.
Yeah.
So
you just have to do it for me.
First time opening it, so I'm hoping everything's in here. What was that?
You'll see it later.
I totally missed that because I was concentrating on what I was doing. All right, I get it. I'll see it later. You'll probably I'll know before you know.
Yeah. And we've also been buying some fabric. Some more than others.
Well, when you belong to a Fabric of the Month club,
you get fabric. Yeah.
Alrighty.
So the first one is.
Speaking of Fabric of the Month.
Okay.
The first one is from Paddock Lane Designs.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello. And if you haven't received your March one yet, please look away for a moment if you don't want to be surprised. If you don't want to be... Spoiler. Yeah, that's it. If you
Spoiler alert.
You know what I mean. Words are hard.
Only on days ending in Y.
Okay. So I'm not actually even going to mention the name of this one because it'll give it away what the colour is. Alrighty. So if you're interested in knowing what the name is, let me know. Send us a message or whatever and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Or you can ask Lisa.
That's true too.
So this is the March Fabric of the Month. So it's a really nice kind of neutrally colour for me. I'm not sure what I'll put on it yet, but when it arrived in the mail, I was so excited to see it because it's so different to anything else I've got.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a nice one.
Yeah. So the colour's kind of true to colour.
Where the light falls.
Yeah.
So
that's that one.
That's that one. Okay, March. It's down now. So if you were looking away, you can look back now.
Yes. So that was the March one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lisa has on her website, she puts up during the month a featured fabric of the month, and they're half price, I think they are. And she also does a featured pattern of the month as well. So if you want the details, go over to Paddock Lane Designs website, and it usually pops up the first banner. So this was the February one, and I have got this for a specific pattern, which you will find out shortly. However, when I was ordering it off Lisa, the pattern stitch count wasn't out yet. So all I had to work from was a size from the designer. So I thought, well, I want to get it bigger than
what you need.
What it actually is, just in case.
Yep.
This is a 28 count. It's called Bluebell.
It's even weave.
And it's an even weave, yeah. And this is a large size.
Which is, you know, quite
large.
Quite large. I saw I'm holding him up.
Yep. So I'm really happy because the particular pattern I got it for said make sure white shows up, and I've floss tossed white on it, and white does show up. Yeah,
very good.
Very happy.
Yeah.
Okay, now going back a little bit, I asked Crafty Leanie if she could do a custom die for me, and it's for the Bella Filipina Mascara, I think it's called. And it's a festival queen. We'll show you a picture. But yeah, so it's hard to try and get the fabrics that they have called for because they're in America.
Yeah.
And it costs a lot for us.
It's not worth the postage.
Yeah, like the postage is just insane.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked Crafty Leanie if she could work her magic. And she did.
Yeah.
And I fell in love. I saw a test test die.
To see her.
Yes, and I loved it. And I said, go ahead, do what you need to do. So
I haven't. Just like that, please.
This is what has been created. And this is quite a large piece as well.
Yep.
She hasn't actually given it a name because it was just a custom die for me.
Yeah.
So if you like it and you're interested, maybe get in contact with her and
take a screenshot.
Yep.
And send it to Leanie.
Or tell her the mascara custom die that you did for Ro. Yeah, so that was that one. Alrighty.
Very pretty.
Then the other custom die I asked her for was just simply blues and purples. And this is it.
And this is a smaller piece.
Yeah, smaller piece, yeah. So I just wanted something with blues and purples. And
it's nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to put on this one yet.
So Leanie does a lot of ice dyeing. If you're wondering how she gets this effect.
She does a lot of different sorts of dyeing.
She does other sorts as well, but primarily I think she does ice dyeing and gets these amazing effects.
Beautiful.
From it. So
I'm always very happy when I get my fabric.
Oh, I know, you're always so excited. Oh, I love it.
I am.
Which makes Leanie very happy, though.
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah.
And, you know, she hopes that her fabrics would be well received like that. So when she sees me react, she's like, okay.
Oh, good. Nice relief. Yeah. Because, like, she posts them out to most people. It's just she's close enough to us that we can go and pick them up.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get to see everyone's reactions.
Yeah.
So it's nice when she does.
And I just sort of say to her, let me know when it's ready to come and pick it up. Yeah. And I'll pick up a couple at a time. Yeah. Alrighty, so this one has been a previous die that she's done.
This is a smaller piece.
She had these put up on her Facebook page, and she was showing different dyeing techniques that she does. And she spoke about this one, and I messaged her and I said, hey, do you have any more of that one called Strawberry Skies in stock? And she said, no, I don't, but I can dye one up for you. I said, yes, please. So
what count did you get this on?
This one's 18 count.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just a small piece.
Yeah, this one's 14 by 20 inches. So it's still quite
it's
big,
decent enough.
Yeah,
you absolutely get something reasonable on it.
Yeah.
It's not like it's tiny, but it's just smaller than the other ones.
The other ones are like massive.
Yes.
Alrighty. And then
wait, there's more.
Yep. The fabric of the month, which is
surprise.
Every second month with Crafty Leanie is fabric of the month. I get 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Now this one is the February fabric of the month. So it's 18 count.
It looks like fire.
And it's called Sol, S-O-L. Yeah, so look at, it's like oranges and yellows and reds. It's very autumnal to me.
Yes. Yeah, that too.
You know,
like, I don't know, just we opened it up and I'm like,
yeah,
it's fire.
Yeah, it looks like fire. Yeah. Like a bushfire kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like with the...
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just the normal
plain
Ada. And then I also get it in the opalescent. And the opalescent is a 28 count. So you could probably see, yeah, there we go. You can see the sparkle there. So it's just absolutely gorgeous.
And then just to show the difference between the dyeing of different fabrics.
Over my way a little bit. So you can...
Plain Ada and opalescent Ada. Are they the same count or are they different counts?
No, different counts.
Different counts too.
That's 18. This is 28.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So the different fabrics and different counts dye differently.
Yeah.
But they both still look amazing.
And even if you did every 18 count, they would dye differently too, because you wouldn't get two
you never get two the same. No, not with the ice dyeing. Definitely not. They're all different every time.
And it makes me kind of feel like I've got a custom piece as well.
Yeah.
Like without it actually being...
You actually have for some of them.
Yeah, yeah. And then she had some leftovers from the December fabric of the month.
Yes.
And she put them up on her page.
People cancelled or whatever.
Yeah,
for whatever
for some reason. Yeah.
And so she... around Christmas, they may not have been able to afford it or whatever.
Yeah. She put them up on the page. And it was called Alchemy is the colour. And it was basically a first in, best dress kind of thing, because she only had like a very limited amount left over.
Yeah.
So I got the 16 count. Now this is the different to the ones I normally get, because I normally get the 18 count in the plain Ada.
Yeah.
Which is what we just showed with the Sol. So I got this one in the 16 count as well.
Yeah. And because I saw the post too, I messaged Leanie and said, could I have the 32 count opalescent?
Mm-hmm. And look how different that is.
Yeah, yours is much darker.
Yeah.
As we said, the dyes just take differently to different fabrics.
My opalescent one came out more like this, more like the pinky mauvey kind of lighter colours. Yep, to compare. So you can see they're the same colours that she's used.
They're both Alchemy.
But the different fabrics just taken the different colour differently.
Yep. And there was a note in with it that said it was magic dye because it looked black when she was dyeing it. And then when she rinsed it out, she got these amazing colours. So.
And then you always get a little needle minder when you get the fabric of the month.
I got a star because it was Christmassy.
Yeah. I got like a
December.
It's like a little sun or something, I think. There we go.
Summer?
Yeah.
And she put in a little gift for the December ones for Christmas as well, which was a little organizer box.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, if I kit something up that's small and only needs a couple of threads, it's a sectioned box. So, you know.
I got one of them in December when I got my fabric of the month. So that was good.
That was good too. So I got a little bonus with picking that one up. So
yeah. So if you're interested in any of those, contact either Paddock Lane Designs or Crafty Leanie.
Depending on which one you want.
Yes.
Don't get them mixed up.
Nope. And both of the ladies are more than happy to help you out with them.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, you know,
very helpful, very friendly.
Yeah, yeah. And both of them do custom dyes as well.
Yes.
So if
you need something specific, just contact either one of them. So Leanie is in North Brisbane, close to where we are, and Lisa is in New South Wales.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're closer to one than the other, you might want to go that way.
Yeah, and the thing with Lisa being in New South Wales, I just say to her, hold off until there's like decent package to send.
Yeah.
Like, don't just send me one piece of fabric at a time, because it's wasteful, you know.
It is a bit of, postage just keeps going up.
Yeah.
So, and like Lisa comes to the retreat that we go to.
So when it comes like the month before that, I'll say hold off.
If we're close to that, and I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, can you bring this with you? She's very good like that too. So if you're going to see her at a retreat anywhere, you can contact her and say, hey, can you bring this one with you so I can have a look at it? And then you can either take it because it's there and that saves you on the postage.
Or somebody else will snap it up.
If you don't want it, you change your mind, then someone else will grab it.
She bought me a few last year at the November retreat up here. And, I was very thankful and picked them up.
Yes.
And then as I was looking at them, someone said to me, Ro, are you actually buying them? Because if you're not, I want to buy it. So there's always someone else that's going to be.
It's the quick and the dead, really.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have a little bit of digital haul.
We do.
I have one, and this was actually a freebie. It is called Halloween 2021.
Oh.
And it is from Stitch Wit.
Oh, this is the Stitch. This is the Stitch Wit one?
Yes. So this is also another freebie on their website.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a monochromatic pattern. It only uses one colour of DMC floss, which is the black. So if you stitch it on white and stitch it in black, this is the look you'll get.
I just had a great thought.
I had a different thought.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if you've had the same thought as me because you're looking at what I've got in front of me. But I'm going to stitch it on black.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use some of my Silks for You threads.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use 2 because I'm going to do the stem in the green and the rest of the pumpkin in the orange.
That's a great idea.
So it will
not
look
the same as mine.
It will look like a jack-o'-lantern, and the Happy Halloween will show through black amongst the orange.
Yeah, well, that's really cute. I love that idea. Not the same as mine.
Okay, what was yours?
Mine.
Oh, okay.
Was
you're thinking of stitching it on?
You could stitch it on this
in black.
Yeah,
and then the orange would come through. Yeah, that would be nice too. Yeah. But I've got all these Silks for You. And I have enough orange in that. That's 45 metres, and I don't even need anywhere near that amount. Yeah. But for if you were doing it all in one DMC colour, it is more than 2 skeins, I think. It's at least 2 anyway. So I think it was 2.6.
Okay.
So I worked out and I'm like, yeah, I would still have plenty of this orange left to do something else with it.
Yeah, you know what? You do that way.
You do that way.
I do this way.
Yes, and then we can show them 2 different ways.
Wouldn't that look awesome?
Yep.
All right, that's planned.
I may or may not wait till October to do it.
Yes, no, I can't do it right now.
No, I'm not doing it right now. But it's kitted, so it's ready.
Yeah.
I also have, I think, Halloween in my Advent over here I'm using for Whipco, so it may come up before October.
Okay. Yep.
And I may start that one at that
point,
but we'll see. Otherwise, it will be in my October stitching.
Okay. I have a cone of doom at home, which is a cone of DMC 310.
Yes.
So I have plenty of black I can stitch that with.
Yeah.
And
Sal! Anyone else want to join? It's a free pattern. And just see what you got in your stash.
You know what? I could end up making that a travel project, but by the time I go
if you did the outline of everything,
the letters and things, and then do the absolute outside of it, all I could do is just colour it in with the black.
This is very true.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Interesting.
And it's not that big either.
83 by 72 stitches.
Yeah, so I'd still have plenty left over.
You would have heaps of fabric left over.
Yeah.
So, and there we go. We got some ideas brewing.
See the things that happen just, in lifetime?
Spur of the moment.
Yep. Bang. There you go.
Seeing something and then instant idea.
Yeah. Okay, now my digital haul is I bought the Extraordinary Bird Cell. By Lola Crow Cross Stitch. Now, you may have heard of her from the Greenhouse of Oddities, the Haunted Library.
She's had a few.
What was the aquarium? Deadly Aquarium last year.
And a lot of people are signed up for this one too. I've heard other Flosstubers mention it as well.
So Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches.
Adelaide.
She mentioned that she signed up for it, and I contacted her and I said, "Look what just happened to slip into my cart and get bought." And she was
accidentally on purpose.
Yep. So we're going to do a sale together with this one.
Yay!
And also Kelly from Animal Instinct mentioned it on hers as well, because I knew there was a second person. I had to look at my notes. Kelly from Animal Instinct.
This is why we made notes.
Yes,
otherwise exactly we forget things.
Yeah. And so I'm going to be using this beautiful bluebell that we just showed you from Paddock Lane Designs.
Yay!
Because the called for is from Be Stitch Me, and it's called Sandbar, and it's a blue and white one from Be Stitch Me. So basically Lola Crow Designs, or the person who's running it on the Facebook page, just said make sure white shows up.
Yeah.
There's a couple of light blues in it as well. So I've picked the colours. They stand out, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yay!
And they did give a little sneak peek of a release, and they're 2 little rainbow lorikeets. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
It's very cute.
So I can't wait for that to start. Now, the pre-sale started March the 1st, and the stitching starts on April the 4th. Now, that's American time, so I've got it saved into my calendar.
A day later for us.
Yeah, because in the pattern, it tells you different time zones around the world where it'll be released.
Wow. So
it's literally like the day after for us at like 4 o'clock in the morning or something. So when I wake up the day after, it'll be there.
Yeah.
Now, there's weekly patterns from May to August. A couple of the weeks they skip a week for you to catch up.
Yeah, in case it's a bigger part or something.
Yeah. So they allow for that. But yeah, I have it all saved into my calendar. So I can't wait to get started on that one, to be quite honest. That's an April thing though. So I think what's happening is because when they first release it at the beginning of April, they give you the Avery or the frame or
it's how a lot of cells do.
Something
they
that
give you the frame first,
yeah,
so you can get that done before the actual first part is released.
Kind of like an anchor, you know what I mean? Because then you can work the other bits and pieces off the frame. So yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be the first piece done, and I've got a ton of fabric here, so I might. What I might do is, I think I'm only going to need half of it. Yeah. So, but it's the previous ones have all been landscape her patterns, but this one is actually going to be a portrait. Okay. So it's going to go this way.
So yeah, you could start in a top left corner or something. Maybe, depending on what it is when it comes out.
Let's see, measure it out or whatever. So I only think I'm going to need half of this fabric now. I've seen the size of it.
Yeah, and then you've got some for something else.
Yes, and it's such a beautiful blue.
It is. Oh, you'll use that
beautiful
for sure.
Yeah, because you could use it as sky or anything really.
Yep, for sure.
Water. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's my digital haul and physical haul. I only had one digital haul this fortnight. So I've been very, very behaved myself very well because of Nashville Needlework Market came out and I fell in love with a number of patterns, but more about that down the track.
All right. So we will move into
Flosstubes.
Flosstubes.
Yeah.
Now we have mentioned, I talked about it before, Maggie from Homemade on the Ridge.
Yes.
She had some amazing finishes again, as she always does. And yeah, I just get so inspired and I love it. She also had some thread organisation that I fell in love with too. Yeah. And she did mention where it was from, but unfortunately they don't deliver to Australia.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I have found very similar thing from Pip and Chip, who are in the UK, but they do deliver to Australia. So now I just have to save up.
Because it is a little expensive
it's an investment. It is expensive. But they're floss drops that go across like a file drawer or a file box or something, and they have different options of different sizes. So they've got the A4 size, which we use here in Australia. They've got the letter size, which gets used elsewhere, and a couple of other different options. They've got one that fits an IKEA drawer. And they just sit in where your file would normally go, a file folder.
Yeah.
And you can just have your floss hanging from it.
And they're protected, like in your file drawer.
And you can put them in your drawer or your box or whichever, and then they don't get all dusty and stuff. So what I want to do with that is get the one that Maggie got. They give you an option for a little ring. So you put the ring on the holder and then you can actually put a full skein.
Yes.
Like still, as you buy it from the shop, hook it in this little ring to attach it. Now, because some colours I've got multiples of, that is a brilliant idea because I want to use it for all of my spare skeins that I haven't bobbinated yet. Because if you've been watching us for a while, I tend to bobbinate my floss, but I'm only doing it as I need it. Like I've got heaps there that's not done. I've got spare skeins for things that I've planned. Yeah. So
I'm the same. All my spares are sort of separated into snap lock bags at the moment.
And they're just in plastic, which is not ideal.
And I only put them on floss drops when I need them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So what I want to do is get some rings. I want to get the floss drop.
Yep.
File floss drop holder things.
Yes.
And then I want to get
lack of a better term.
I can't remember what they file floss holders, I think they call them. And I want to get some little plastic rings, and I want to put all my spare ones and have it in the drawer. So then when if I need a whole skein for a project and I don't have it bobbinated, I can grab it and I can bobinate it, and then I'll buy another one to replace it in my drawer. Or if I only need a little bit, then I can just pull a little bit from the skein and leave it attached in my drawer. And then I can see at a glance basically what I have and what I don't have in reserves. So I love the idea. So thank you for sharing that, Maggie. That's awesome. And I'm going to save up my
I loved her cover photo, because all the bright colours just grabbed me, and I was like, oh, what's this about? I didn't even realise it was Maggie until I clicked in, and she started talking. I was like, oh, this is Maggie's video. So pretty shiny, you know.
Yeah, bling bling, whatever. Colourful.
Distracts me.
So yeah, I loved that idea, and I want to do that. I've just got to work out the finances now to do it, because it's not a cheap thing, but it's going to last a long time, and it's going to help with my organisation. So thank you, Maggie, for that idea. Thank you for your ideas on all your finishes.
Yes.
You're amazing.
We love you.
We do. And we've also mentioned Adelaide Stitches, who was the other one that I've watched. She also did a threaded organisation. She got some drawers from Bunnings, and she's put all of her threads on floss drops and then sits them in the drawers in the
I saw that, and I thought, oh wow, that's an idea.
That's an idea, but I don't floss drop, I bobinate. So I could do similar. I could, keep the whole skeins in there, but she did that and she kind of got messy.
Yeah, so she said it was a little untidy for her. Yeah,
which is why I'm loving this idea of putting them in the drawer and having them all on the file thing.
And I'm looking at all these things and thinking, when I move to the new house, like, how am I going to have these things sorted?
Yeah.
So I'm loving that I'm getting all these ideas like thrown at me now.
Yes. It's great.
Because now my brain is now kicking in and going, okay, well, I could take this, or I could do this, or it's options, and not one thing works for everybody. So
and Adelaide did a whip recycle video as well, because she started a project, and then
called Rose Garden, and every time she mentioned it, she was talking about me.
You picked up on that, me?
Yeah, because I'd be stitching away. And
not your garden, Rose as in the flower rose. Yeah. So she started that, and she started in the middle of a very large piece of fabric, and then decided that it was going to be too big.
Yes.
As it was. So she's then done a video on how she cut down her fabric from that project to utilise in other projects instead.
Yes.
So that was interesting to see that one as well. So there are a couple of ones I've been watching.
I saw that, and I was like watching along, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I know what you're doing, because I did a little bit of the whip recycling at the Stitching in the Mountains retreat last year.
Actually used parts of the whip. I don't know if she plans to use the actual whip part, or whether I think she's just cut it down to have the excess fabric for other things. So she worked out the sizes she needed and cut them out.
Because hers are kind of in the edges of the new fabric. You know what I mean?
Like have to cut into the whip a little bit, but it's only going to be like tiny
so you won't
at
see
the edge. So by the time she fully finishes it, or and serges the edges and all the things.
So there's different ways of whip recycling.
Yes. So yes, they are two that I've been watching. I haven't really watched a lot, because I've either been watching Minions again with sick children, or just had other things.
No power.
Had no power. I haven't. There's a lot I haven't caught up on. I know there's a few I do want to catch up on. So maybe next fortnight I'll have a bigger list.
Yeah, maybe. I'll have the smaller list.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so Kelly from Animal Instinct. She's another Aussie. She's mentioned us before. We've mentioned her. We met her at the
Shindig.
Yeah, that's it. I was CrossStitcher's retreat. I was thinking,
Yeah.
It
was an online retreat.
So yes, this was her. Because last time she did the video, it was about her holiday over in the UK, and that she met her friend and that. And now it's her normal Flosstube filming again. So I was like, glad to see that. She mentioned that she's going to be doing the Extraordinary Birds. So Kelly, let's join up together and with Adelaide, and we'll do Big Sal.
I'm not doing it. I have too many other ones to do.
Yep. Okay, then obviously Adelaide, which we've just spoken about, and also Adelaide finished The Love Quaker by Primrose Cottage Stitches, which I loved. And I was actually going to do that one in February, but I just didn't get time.
Yeah, it's one I want to do too.
And I have
I need to slowly start buying all of their little Quaker ones.
Yeah. I want to collect them.
Yeah.
For this year. I want to collect them.
Oh, it'll take me longer than that because there's heaps. Yeah.
So I had the same idea she did of using the variegated DMC pink. And now I've seen her work it. She needed 2 skeins because it was over 1 skein
on
that
28
she needed.
count,
yeah,
wasn't it? She was doing
so,
over 2 on 28 count.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I need to go and get another skein because I've only got 1 at home of that one. So I was like, yep, okay,
well,
no problem.
It depends if you do it on the same size fabric or not. If you do it on something that's going to end up smaller, then you might not need as much.
Yeah, I don't think I would. Maybe if I was doing a 16 or 18 count, that would be smaller than the 28.
Yeah. Because 28 count over 2 is equivalent of 14 count, if you weren't aware of that.
Yeah, so possibly. Okay, the next one I've got written down is Notorious Needles. So hello, Sarah and Bridget.
I'm behind. I need to catch up on yours.
I've watched 2 of their videos. Sarah finished her temperature dragon.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
You're spoiling this for me now.
Sorry.
Because I do always watch theirs. I just haven't got to them yet.
She had a temperature stitch and it was a dragon.
Yeah.
And what she did for every day that it rained, she put in like a metallic thread outlining that day.
That section, yeah.
And I tell you what, the sparkle, the shimmer, however you want to say it, that comes off that project with all that metallic, it looks amazing.
They're in Florida if you don't know them. And
she picked her own colours.
A lot there.
Yeah, she picked her own colours for this one. And I love the colour choices. I love the sparkle. It just was like, I just paused the TV and I was just looking at it.
So pretty. I'll have to watch that one before our next video. I will catch up on them, I promise.
It was gorgeous.
I love watching them.
And then
mother and daughter duo. And just,
I've got tears in my eyes now. Okay, happy tears. And then Bridget started the Hive Rules and has continued on with that one. So because I've got the Hive Rules pattern now, it's sort of, you know when you buy a new car and then you see that new car everywhere? It's like I've got this new pattern of Hive, and I know it's not a new pattern, but it's new to me.
A while, I think, but you've just got it recently.
Yeah, and now I'm just seeing boom, 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 boom.
Everybody's doing it because it's a nice pattern.
It is a very good pattern. And I'm going to spoil another thing for you. I'm sorry. No. Bridget finished her Santa table runner, which you know,
I do know
at the end of last year. Anyway, she put it into like a local county fair or something like that.
Yes. I already know she won because that was like the title of one of the things. And it was in the email. She
won first prize and best in show.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome work,
it is
Bridget.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now there is 10 Santa patterns and there's 2 like endings, you know, and for the table runner. So when she lays it out, everybody can see, like if you're sitting on the end, you see the end parts. You know, I think it says like Merry Christmas or something.
I think so, yeah.
And the designer of the Santas is Sue Hillis.
Yes.
And Bridget was saying how much effort and time is needed to put into each Santa.
Oh, it took Bridget quite a while to get them all done. She did really well to get it done by Christmas last year.
I think towards the end she was kind of getting a bit like,
over it.
But
she
loves
wanted it done.
Yeah. Like she loved it. She just wanted it to hurry up, you know. But yeah, so congratulations. Well done for getting first and best in show. And they want her to put in more pieces
not
for the
that
next
big,
show. And she's like, how can I top this?
Yeah. I don't know, go bigger.
Yeah. I don't know. Good luck with that.
Do an Easter table runner, Bridget. I don't know. All bunnies.
We're wishing you all the best of luck.
Yes, absolutely. We can't wait to see what you do come up with.
Yeah. And then, as I mentioned before, the 1, 2, 3 stitch Viscornu tutorial that I watched. So that was very interesting. And I think looking at Viscornu, sometimes you might think it looks really difficult. But when I was watching that tutorial, it looks so easy. Yeah. Like as long as you've done the stitching correctly and it's square.
Everything lines up, right?
Everything has to be square. And the top and the bottom, the top and the bottom have to be perfectly square and equal to each other.
Yeah.
And
because I've also seen a tutorial by Ford from Caterpillar CrossStitch.
Mhm.
He did one,
Mhm.
and yeah, when he did, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah,
but yeah, you have to make sure it all lines up. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I'm
That's the
keen to
hardest
check
part, I
out the video tutorial that Tiny Modernist has as well.
Yes, definitely.
To see if there's any other tips in there,
especially considering it's their patterns
Exactly.
that you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And then I watched Emily Shady Grove Stitcher. Now I actually saw 2 of hers. Now, funny thing is, I seen it come up yesterday while we were out, and I thought, oh, I've got to watch that before tomorrow. So
did you?
I did.
Well done. Did you have to stay up late to do
I
it?
stayed up late, Emily, just to watch
Just
you.
for you.
I hope you feel loved. Yes, I stayed up. She mentioned us towards the end.
Aww.
And it was lovely what she said about us. Yeah. So you'll have to
I'll
go.
have to watch that
I won't
too.
go and spoil that one for you. You'll have to go and watch it yourself.
Okay.
However, yes, we are Aussies.
Yes.
We're not Kiwis, which is from New Zealand. So we're Aussies from Australia. And when I was mentioning her last time, I'd mentioned her Main Street pattern, which was 40 inches long. And I said, oh, yeah, it's about 1 metre. It's just over 1 metre. So I actually have a clarification for you guys. Because I thought afterwards, is it? So it's.
You thought 36 inches or something
was a metre. Yeah.
It is. I think she replied and said it is 1 metre.
Yeah. So it's because that's where she thought, oh, we're from across the ditch, because she doesn't know what metres are. She only works in inches, right? So
we're
40
on a metric
inches
system here.
Yeah, 40 inches is equal to 1.016 metres. There we go. I've cleared that up.
So for the Aussies, whoever else uses the metric system, it's 1 metre long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. And she's got it hanging up in the pink room, which is awesome. And I love it. I love watching you, Emily. I don't know. I giggle the whole way through. Oh my gosh, I love your dog snoring in the background. Oh. When I was watching it last night, he's been put on some medication, okay? So and he snores, right? So he's sitting in the background, laying in the background, and all of a sudden you hear this.
I used to have dogs that did that.
And I couldn't help but laugh. And then she was talking about it, and then all of a sudden, at like the perfect timing where she would stop, like pause to take a breath or, for the sentence or whatever, he would then snore again. And she was sitting there bursting out laughing. I was sitting in my chair bursting out laughing. My husband comes out and goes, oh, I thought you were asleep. I beg your pardon.
He thought it was you.
Because I had the TV up quite loud.
Oh, God.
I was like, I beg your pardon. So, because obviously when I get really, 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 oh my gosh, I've got so many tears in my eyes now. When I get really, really laughy, I go like a silent laugh.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't hear me laugh because I was laughing so much because I was trying to take a breath.
Hard, yeah.
But yeah, so I've caught up with 2.
Flosstube pets, honestly.
Yeah. But like, he wasn't trying to be the star of the show. He was just in the background, anyway. And it was just like, it was hilarious.
Yep.
And then I've watched Rose. Hi, Rose.
Hello.
I watched her
from regular stitches.
Yes. Regular monthly.
Catch up with her too.
Monthly update.
I got so many to catch up on.
Yes. And then I watched Lisa and Jenny from Shady Tree Stitches.
Yes, got to catch up on that too.
So yeah, I've been watching lots of Flosstube. I think I've been using it as my way to relax after having such busy days and all the things. So it's been my time out. Don't talk to me.
And unwind with some Flosstube.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is great. That's my way of relaxing. So
for sure,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
still got tears in my eyes.
We started with tears in our eyes. Backing ourselves up with our.
Yeah, definitely. All right. I need some coffee.
Okay. All right. Speaking of coffee, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee link down below if you would like to support us financially. That money would be used towards prizes and postage of those prizes. As we said earlier, we are trying to get our numbers up to 500. And when we do that, we will run a prize and
giveaway.
Yep. So it will be used to help us pay for all of that.
Yep.
So yeah, no pressure, but if you would like to, we would absolutely love.
Because we're still trying to grow the channel.
We are,
so, yeah.
yes, for sure. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends so we can get to that 500.
Yep.
And until next time,
stay crafty. Hi, Flosstube. I'm Rolanda. Look, Mum, no hands. Hi, Flosstube. I'm Rolanda.
And I'm
She's Kylie.
I'm Lucky.
And I'm Irish. And we are
Crazy.
Rose Crafty. Besides that, Rose Crafty Corner.